Alright, let's go see what this thing is all about. I think Final Fantasy is a very fine, like, thing to interact with. As far as it comes to, like, media and whatnot, right? But, you know, Mama says. Yeah, Mama says. So this build is not on Mobalytics yet, but I don't think there's much to it that, like, I need to refine. So we can probably make the guide for it tomorrow. Paragon rare notified garments. There's one that I don't have, but yes, I try to get them. Yeah. There's one. Yep, that's the plan. That's the plan. If we can keep pumping these more, I'd like to. Yeah. Oof. What do you guys think about this damage on this build right now, huh? Looking pretty good, huh? Looking pretty good, isn't it? The full Fury Warrior mode. Full Fury Warrior mode, just eating these things alive. Pretty sweet. Can die. We don't have Fortify up, especially. There is some significant pumpage going on here. Significant pumpage. I'm not sure what to call this build yet, but it's like Fury Warrior. Definitely like the Fury Warrior of D4, but I probably could play it without bleed. I could probably use like a more upfront damage attack, maybe. I just gotta watch my Berserk uptime and make sure that I still have enough Berserk to use this Berserk Fortify thing, which I could change off really at any time. Just not sure what I want to do yet. Could switch it to some other defensive kind of deal, but this is definitely a shredder. Big shredder. Because I could do the Ghost Walker, which I like, but I could also do just straight movement speed on crit would feel good too, I bet. The Fury Warrior, yeah, it's pretty cool, huh? We finally got this unique weapon to drop that is a one-hander, but it makes you do more damage depending on how much Fury you have, and it scales up. And I have a good amount of Fury. And so I don't stack max Fury or anything, but it definitely lets Ren pump and lets you use a one-hander, which is kind of fun for like super fast attack speed, and they just kind of go nuts and stack up big Rens on stuff. It's cool. Definitely pretty fun. It's not really optimized though, but still cool. Bonk. Wait, what are you talking about? With talking about Final Fantasy coming out? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll get into Final Fantasy. We'll see. I'm not against it. I just think that Diablo is really fun for me, and it's doing really well for us, so not in like a super big rush to like switch off, you know? It's probably still not as fast as Whirlwind, but it's pretty good. It feels fun to play. It's just giga crits all over the place constantly, right? Yeah, not 100% sold on Ghost Walker yet. It's weird. I don't really see my Enrage. Like, there it goes. My Berserk should pop up pretty frequently. So should my Fortify, but never know. What do they got? Oh, they have a shielder over there. I see. Get that shielder out of the way. Start going to work. You get to jump around a lot too, because you have such fast attack speed with these boots. You can do a little hop every like 3 attacks basically. Just bop them a couple times and just scoot around. Pretty nice. I think I updated my or upgraded my HP a little bit too. And if I stand still, I'll do even more damage. But I haven't really been standing still. Oh, speaking of elixirs, might ought to want to chuck one of those on. I'll just turn this up. This is pretty easy farm. Don't anything too crazy. Chance to dodge against dotted enemies. It seems probably better for like a rogue that like if you're not stacking dodge chance already, I feel like it's kind of not great. And is what do you have to put that on? What does that go on like a boot? Maybe if it's a boot, maybe. If it feeds you resource. But yeah. I feel like without stacking dodge already, I'm not so sure about that one. You know? Make sure I get my stacks up here a little bit too. We take a little less damage if we keep the flays up. Okay, this guy's got... Oh, no. Oh, it's a dead end, too. He's got those lightning towers. Hate those things. Really not a fan. Especially when it's like fire infused as well. Jeez Louise. Yuck. Oh. Finally got me. I have my shout ready, but... Alright, you got me, you big bloat lords. Those lightning towers are so annoying, yeah. PvP, yeah. The thing about the dodge, though, is like, I think it might be better if I used, like, a speedy dodge. Alright, you finally got me, you big bloaters. We hacked a lot of them up before we died, though. Get some fortify up. It's that guy and the exploder, but yeah, I guess some of them died. That's good. Must have put some bleeds on them. Yeah, that's grody. No vol on them. Oh damn! There we go. Okay, okay. Let's see, how much life do we have? We have like almost 10k life. Just need more. Get the gains, nice. Hopefully some of the Paragon stuff that we take will help us be even tankier. That'd be nice. I just stood still for a little too long there, I think. If I stand still, I do giga damn though, so. Little risk reward there. But I think I got charged by a bunch of the big boys is what it was. Definitely not nice. Big bleeds going out though. I'm excited to fight bosses as this build. That'd be sweet. Hey Vader, thank you so much, man, for the prime, dude. Thank you, thank you. Most of the increased health seem to have more health than the elite game. I know they do. The little guys get ultra tanky. It's crazy. The minions do. Yeah, so that bleed is already ticking for 400k on that thing. No boss fight in this one, but that's okay. Yeah, that's a lot of bleed damage on that guy though. Pretty speedy build though. It's fun, huh? Makes me almost want to try like double swing. I don't think anything is going to be quite as optimized for my situation as Ren, but I am kind of curious about it. Let's get Wrath leveled up. Some more crit damage. Pumping him. Yeah, we're going to be blasting dungeons now. I mean, this is probably the fastest build that I've come up with yet, so. Speed is good for leveling. These guys are vulnerable resist though, so might take a little bit less damage. We'll see. Seem to be dying just fine. I seem to be dying just fine, but yeah, this is a quick build. I don't know if I love the boot enchant. It is good for PvP though, I bet. I bet it is. And I could run this with what's it called too? I could run this with Lunging Strike, but I think the Flay is just so nice for damage reduction and for the application of vulnerability. Pretty solid. But for PvP, having that little sprint movement speed thing is gonna be really nice. Whenever I get it, like, you know, whenever I pop off, I'm running really fast. If that makes it hard for people to run away from you, then that's definitely a big value. Big value. Where all the packs at, man? They're holding off when the elites are hiding from me until my shrine's over. These guys all died and they just spawned in? Okay, sure. Yeah, not vulnerable right now. Kind of annoying, but just wail on him at the thingo until we get him. Uh-oh. No fortify right now, it's kind of sketch. I can pop this, pop this. Rip him up. See ya. See ya. Got no juice. It's got a 1, 2, 3 hop. So we have the big pop off. Stand still, just wail on him. Who wants some of this, huh? Who wants some of this? Who wants some of this? Not vulnerable. There we go. Who wants some of this? It is the absolute dream, Zarian. I'm so grateful. I'd like to have this build. I'm 1 Paragon from 80 and I still feel really dang weak. Okay, so I have made a bunch of variations of this build called the Bleed Zerker. If you're Paragon 80, you should be able to do it just fine. You should check it out on my YouTube channel. We've been posting a couple different variants of the build. The one I posted most recently was the stun variant of the build, called either the Stun Bleed Zerker or even better, the Skullbreaker Berserker. But yes, this is a fun one. This is a fun one. It is pretty speedy. Now this particular build though does require a unique. Ramaladni's unique sword one-hander. And it makes you do pretty big damage with even with like one-hit weapons, which is pretty fun. Pretty cool. But it also makes you do more damage depending on how much rage you have, so usually you're gonna have a pretty good amount of rage, is the idea. And you have a bunch of other mechanics, like a bunch of other aspects that scale with that effect, basically. I think I just tank these guys. Somewhat. I think I didn't die yet. I'm trying to stand still just a little bit to get my really big damage juices flowing. Vulnerable is so insane. Dude, I do no damage to that vulnerability on. But I think that's everybody in the game. It's like no damage to that vulnerability. You can have all the crit damage you want, but you gotta have vulnerability. I might have to start prioritizing Vul on my rings again. I was doing some lucky hit stuff, and if I could have gotten everything on my rings, then it could have been interesting too, but gotta make some decisions sometimes. Stack it up. Get over here. Very speedy build though. No, I haven't made a video about this build yet. We completed basically how it works is I basically finish a build and then immediately start testing other things. Like I make a build like, yep, this build is good to go. We can make a video about it, and then I do other stuff. So we immediately start trying something else. Because I know that build's good, so time to work on something else, you know? Alright. Max that glyph out. Wait, I probably have more XP though. Yeah. Let's see. We might have good damage in Blood Feeder. All good. My boot enchant, the Ghost Walkers wasn't like insane anyway. I don't think. Those boots that I put it on were probably my best boots. These are kind of the same thing, so it's whatever. Yeah, we'll still randomly stun stuff, and it'll still like chunk them for their health bar on the stun. And my berserk uptime is not going to be maybe quite as clean though, and my damage is going to go down a little bit, both from the loss of axe mastery and from other thing. No edge masters, but the fact that we can stun stuff and execute is kind of cool. Also, boss damage goes down a little. You can't stun bosses, right? I mean, it's cool though. I do like seeing them get chunked. The stun chunks are nice. Oh, I see what's going on here. Got 2 heralds. Definitely don't have to stand still anymore, though. Wait, this one's still powering him up. See how frequently we actually get stuns out. Not super often. But when they do occur, it's good. It's interesting. Oh. Yeah, and you can also just do stuff at your house, right? Like, get your workouts in at the house, doing push-ups and stuff. That counts, that's good. There's like one good stun. I guess when you're berserking also, berserk ripping does sort of start to add up because you just keep stacking your bleed from the fact that your Ren does a teeny tiny bit of damage on the front end, but the damage is there and it does kind of stack up, so. It's something. What's up, Flopsy? It's something. I put away the wine doing some push-ups and nobody's bullying you, bro. We may be helping you make better decisions though. Might be. See if I can get a stun on this big fella. We stun him while he was still thinking though. Uh-oh. Popping out of that. No thanks. That's big damage right from Berserker, man. I like that. Yo, Steepfall, thanks so much for the power up, dude. No bullying, no bullying. But if a different perspective allowed you to make decisions that you feel better about, that's good. That's a good thing. Oh man, they give me a channeling shrine. Oh man. Nice. It's gonna be a lot of shouts. It's gonna be a lot of rage. It's gonna be a lot of damn. Maybe I could honestly just keep using the Berserk ripping gloves too. I don't know. I think my other gloves had Edge Master on it, which is pretty worth. I think Edge Master probably gives me more damage than ripping does too. Although ripping is kind of a neat mechanic. Ripping plus Skull Breakers is what really kind of pops off though. Oh my goodness, is that Mr. Mikey? Yo, what is up, dude? Pop it off with the Super Saiyan. God, essential. Let's go, dude. Thank you so much, man. Holy moly, bringing the heat. You were ready for tonight, weren't you? So I'm kind of like, when's this guy coming on, dude? It's time to get some rend action going. The rend action has arrived, bro. It has arrived. It's time. Guess if we can work these guys down. Let's get a lot of stuff going. Oh no! Got a lot of stuff going on over here, man. These heralds making life difficult right now. There we go. We got him vulnerable at least. Light him up. Oh, the big stun. Yeah, the little stun procs just make the build exciting, right? It's just cool to see it, you know, when they go off and their health just gets obliterated. Pretty cool. This is like a new version of the build, though. We may have to find a way to get Edge Masters on there, though. That's all. And I could play it with without ripping. The ripping is cool, but we could play without it. Where we just play Edge Masters, and even when they get stunned, they still take chunks of health, right? But no ripping. Probably better that way. I think the synergy is probably there better, right? Thank you so much, man. That's huge. Super Saiyan God Ascension getting us started, man. It's been a different kind of day, dude. Archer's home from school, so we didn't get to do the daytime stream, but getting it fired up in the evening time is fine by me, man. Thank you so much, dude. Bringing the heat, lighting it up, and thank you guys once again for hanging out for the VODs today. The VOD support has been pretty insane, actually. So thank you for that, guys. We're trying a new variant of the build tonight. Trying one-handers out. Just banging with Ramaladnis. But honestly, it's not really going too bad at all. It's going pretty good, truly. But we did put a stun proc back in the build, which is kind of fun. We have options with that. It's really the boot option is like what shakes things up for us, I think, a little bit. What we put on our boots is kind of one determining factor, right? Boots could be Berserk uptime, like a Berserk refresh. It could be the stun. It could be movement speed. could be, you get immune to CC when you get injured, which is kind of cool too. Definitely comes in handy. Right now we're back on the stun thing. But I think we're gonna switch out Edge Masters for the other thing. Because my Edge Masters gloves that I have right now, they do a lot. These are some cool stuff. They give me crit, lucky hit, and attack speed. So, pretty good gloves across the board there. And then, of course, 4 ranks of Ren. Which is juicy. Still like seeing them stuns. It's fun. Yeah, so you can do that with Barb too. You have Bash. So that was definitely one of the builds you could run. What I was leaning towards more was uptime on Berserk. When I recommended the lunging strike. Because your Berserk uptime was a little bit lighter than I prefer with that setup. But yeah, you could definitely play like Bash and then like really bonk people with it, which is hilarious. Do the ones who do more damage versus unstoppable targets, your one-shot PvP? Yeah. That's definitely one of the ones I'm leaning towards. A lot of people play unstoppable stuff in PvP, don't they? I think you kind of have to, but like, you kind of get punished for it by doing it, right? Interesting how that works. This guy's immune to CC, but he is also dead. Got him. Got him. But yeah. Like everybody plays unstoppable in PvP, right? Could you get away with that? Could you get away with just like not really leaning too heavily into CC and just like doing big damage? Is that a possibility? Wait, what? Oh, I see. Those things with mace? Yeah. Bonk 'em. Do you use the Ren direct damage resource regen aspect? No, I don't. The main resource regen aspect I use is just shouts. Shouts give you rage. But then I do use Ren when it deals damage, gives you like, when it hits targets, gives you 4 fury. Could. It's so crazy that I haven't really gotten into PvP yet. Kind of wild. I want to, but I've just been having fun playing the guy, you know, and like figuring out builds and stuff. Progressing my dude. Because I think being higher level is probably like fine for PvP, but I don't think you have to be a super high level to do PvP at all, do you? Very one shot it, yeah. That's I don't. That's why I think like a bleed build is probably not great, but maybe. Can you actually think 700 PvP? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Spend it all on chest rough grade. Okay. Yeah, did you have fun with the paint? That's good to know. You have fun PvPing? Oh no, this is a boss. I forgot that it was this guy. I thought for some reason I thought it was like the 3 dudes. Oh, get this off of me. Let's see how this. My fury up, or my berserk uptime seems pretty good, but my rage's not amazing right now. Where you going, big guy? Just wailing on him. We must have been stunning him or something. Must have been stun procking on him. He's toast. Nice. Nice. Yeah, it's like I don't feel like I even need the stun procs, even though I do kind of miss them, you know? It's kind of funny. You see 90s one shot and 100s all the time? Yeah, that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. Definitely can be done. Monster regen. Monster regen kind of is annoying. So is physical resist probably is annoying too, but they're all 59, so. Melee defenders, physical damage resistant. Eh. Regen too. I'll do something else. I'll find something else to do. Thanks. Say build under build. No, we're already experimenting. But any builds that I make, I think are fun builds and good builds, and then I immediately try other stuff out. So. But a lot of it is similar. I actually am doing something kind of similar now. Well, wasn't the first hardcore Lilith legit done by Hodabarb? That might just be Ben though, just Ben diff right there. Okay, let's see how it goes. Oh, this dungeon can definitely be tough. so it can be a toughie for sure. We are still using a little bit of stun stuff, so we haven't just transitioned purely into the Giga Dam yet. What I may do, though, is go back to two-handed axe expertise, though. Because two-handed sword expertise is just not going to be... Oh, you get both elements of it? I don't think you do. Nah, you don't. Let's go axe. I don't mind the lucky hit chance, but I think I'd rather just have the damage. Have the stun, like, procs be kind of like bonus, you know? Just chop them up. I still like seeing the stuns and seeing them get chunked, but I don't know if it's like worth the investment right now with this setup, so we're gonna find out. It is kind of cool to look forward to and to see it and enjoy it. Just like one little neat proc the build can do. I like it. Yeah, no, that's fine. I really haven't paid that much attention to like overall class balance. Just kind of playing my Barbarian, you know. But that's good to know. If Barbs were kind of weak overall, then yeah, man, buff Barb. Sounds good to me. Buff Barb. Down for that. Oh, there's somebody back there. There's somebody. Some big filler one apiece. Yeah, I think the Berserk Ripping actually does add a lot to that damage that you do with the chunk. And Wolven House, thanks so much for the Prime, man. Big flicks for you. Appreciate it, dude. There we go. Chop him up. Oh, yeah, that chunked him pretty good. When the stuns pop off, man, you see it. We are doing a one-hander version, though, right now, which is a little bit different, but I'm not sure it's better, but it is kind of neat. It's a fun idea, for sure. Barbs are bar 5 Fodum, best class, right? Okay, so that's just opposite of what I've heard, but interesting. Interesting. 50 billion damage? Really? 50 billion? Huh. Neat. Yeah, but bugged is different, right? 50 billion? Is that like legit 50 billion or with like a bug? Because yeah, there were some bugged aspects before. And they took those away, nerfed them. So there's that. Yeah, that I feel like that stun doesn't really do very much without Berserk. With Berserk Ripping, for some reason, the interaction there just makes it go crazy. I feel like with this setup, your best bet is just to do big Ren damage. Stack it up. Big Rens. Call it good. I have some lucky hit on these gloves because I still use lucky hit for either keeping Berserk rolling or fortifying. I might not need the extra fortify though. I just don't know what else I'd put on my gear. Defensive, like a barrier or something else. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. An extra fortify is pretty nice too. Because if I'm only fortifying by overcapping my my rage, that could lead to some strange situations, right? Some unreliable fortify. You cannot have unreliable fortify. Slapping them up. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is go back to the no stun variant of this. I think my favorite boots are probably still the Berserk. The Berserk uptime. When the stuns pop, though, they do hit pretty hard sometimes if you get the Rend all the way stacked up. Is Thorn's Barb an endgame thing? It could be. It feels really strong. It's nice, yeah. And I'm kind of like in between two builds right now, too. So I'm still using like some stunning stuff to proc big bleed chunks. But I think that ripping is what makes that particular thing really shine. We're not even using ripping anymore. But yeah. He legit 50 billion that burst damage, 2 phase ahead. Nice. What is he doing to make that that much damage compared to everybody else. That's crazy though. Big damn. Like, are those things that nobody else has discovered before? Because that's pretty interesting too. Pretty cool when like people are finding all these new builds in this game. I love that. There's so much to explore, so much to experiment with. It's awesome. Just chunking. Just chunking. Oh, they're resin though. Gotta go get them. Clear out the little mobskis and then go. Cut that out. Put resin them dudes. Alrighty. Yeah, I don't know if I really need the lucky hit for this setup though. I like that for the stun element, but I don't know. I think what I was thinking the whole time with the stun thing is it's fun, but I think you're probably just better off just leaning right straight into the good stuff, like just vuln damage and crit damage and things like that, just pumping. I couldn't get that out of the back of my mind when I was playing with that other build. Although when the stuns proc and things get blasted, it is exciting, but I just don't know if it's actually better, you know what I mean? That's tricky. Let's get a little bit of defense here. Grab this guy. Look at them bleeds though. 300k bleed, 400k bleeds. I like that. I like that. Yeah, we have a lot of builds on Mobalytics, yep. Which prospects have variations like this? Oh, that's what action RPGs are so cool about, man. That's what they're so cool for. Is there's just so much little things you can mess around with your build. Like your stats, your skills, your aspects, your paragon to some extent. It's crazy. That's why I love games like this. You can always kind of like fiddle around with different, you know, stuff and see what you like. Because sometimes even something that's not as effective is still like more fun for you, right? So that's cool. But I like this fast attacker. I don't know if I'm doing more damage than I would be with just like a two-hander build, but it does kind of seem to crank, doesn't it? Yeah, ultra wide is lovely. It does kind of seem to crank. Done it. Gotta assassinate the shamans real quick. Get them off of me. Now we have the big shamans coming. As long as they don't have like ground effects. Oh, they have lightning guys though. Great. I think lightning pillars kill me almost more than anything else. About to die though. If the enemies could soak the lightning pillars, that'd be lovely. Another Wrath of Berserker coming up. Start putting some of these guys down. We have all these shamans too, like elite shamans. Oh, poison. Oh, thanks. Of course, this one guy's the one I need to kill, and he's not even vulnerable. Come on, Flay. Do your thing. There you go. That was a pretty big fight. That was awesome. Hung in there just fine. This isn't even the one that has the most life either. That was cool. On a treadmill, yeah. That was a big fight. You guys can clip that for me if you don't mind. Help Lance this out for later. Just clip it, say big fight. Then Lance this can find it later. That was cool. Hung in there too. Oh no. Oh, we're into the wrathful phantom phase of this dungeon now. Okay. So that wasn't enough. Wrathful phantoms are also one of the things that kill me the most. A lot of the treadmill. Usually it's my whole like 4.5 hour evening stream is on the treadie. Pretty fun. Uh-oh. I'll take these guys out real quick. Big dungeon though. Habitual Pandalism, thank you so much for the Gifted subs. Far too kind. Hopefully this is a legit one. So I can kill these guys in a hurry. I get one tap skied. I got a shielder back there too. Gotta kill the guy who's getting all powered up. I like to kill the ones that are doing the powering up too, but gotta pick your targets a little bit. Gotta get these guys vulnerable again if I can. There's one down. Just assassinate this guy. We got him stunned, but not vulnerable. I can kill him with no vuln. Route Berserker maybe. Just pull me into the danger zone with more mobs over here. Nice. Big vuln on that dude. Nice. Big vuln. Not what y'all doing over here, but cut it out. Oh! We were doing so good, then we just died to some little newbie mobs. Just got shot right in the chest by that lightning stuff. Dang. I can't believe that we survived all those fights and we just died to some dinky wraith. That's I'm telling you, man, those mobs are something. Yeah, we do big bleeds. We do big bleeds. That's so troll. Just get shot right in the chest by a bunch of wrathful phantom dudes. Let's see if we can just not die to them. It is kind of insane how those mobs, just like normal mob type, is just kind of crazy. They hit so hard, and then they also empower these other guys just absolutely one-shot you. Uh-oh. Let's do some big bleed ticks on this guy real quick. Look at that. Some 300 Ks. He's toast. We got him, though. We got him. We got him. We're still kind of getting some good work done in this 60. That's nice. But, again, it's just these freaky guys. I know that we're not stunned. Why am I not attacking? We're not stunned. I'm holding the button down. We're immune to CC. We got to attack. And Balance, thank you so much, man. Big flex for the 2 good subs. You really can't be saying things like you're doing good in this game, or any kind of game like this. Diablo, and therefore your stream is marked for a mature audience level. Yeah, I saw that. That's kind of new. Kind of a newish thing, right? These big boys definitely want to hit me before I have all my juices flowing defensively. Big fellers. Chop, chop. Yeah, that's a new thing that Twitch is doing. I think you only have to click that, like, accept button once ever, though. So, yeah. I mean, you have to understand, everything in this game one-shots you. Like, you get to a point where you just get one-shotted by everything, and so you have to have your defenses lined up. Like, you have to have your defenses correct. And so for me, my defenses don't really come online until I'm, like, fighting for a while. And so if you take a second between fights, you can definitely get just popped as soon as something big spawns in, right? Okay, that guy has... Okay, he has lightning, but it's not the lightning totem, so should be okay. Yeah, and so all my defenses are like, you gotta get fortify rolling, you gotta get your armor up. So that's where move speed actually becomes an important stat defensively, not only just to move fast in combat, but also move fast between fights. So all your defenses don't fall off. Yeah, you gotta be real careful when you say stuff like, "Oh, this is feeling good. Like, we're doing good," you know? Then they get you. And it's not even confidence either, it's just the game hears you say it. You know, not overconfidence, you're not messing around, not taking risks. The game just heard you say it. And you're like, that's like, alright. Time to die. Takes it personal. Come here, you. There we go. Same thing with Path of Exile, in my experience. The game takes that kind of stuff real personal. You start being like, nice, the build's coming along, and it's just like, okay, yeah, time for you to die. Minus 10% XP. Let's see how your build's coming along now. That's, you know, that's how it goes. Beat this guy up in the dome. Yeah, I think I'm gonna drop the Skull Splitter element though, because I don't think it's doing enough damage without berserking. It does chunk with berserking, but we can put berserking back on, but and just use the vulnerable damage thing. I do think that Edge Masters is nice though. Somebody said Edge Masters wasn't working, but I don't know if that's true. I hope not. I hope that's not true. We definitely want to be using Edge Master if we can, especially with this build. Like super synergy with this build. What's that? Oh, another pack. Oh no, that's rates though. Not the rates. Pop them. Pop them. A stun is nice though. It is nice to have a little bit of CC in these dungeons. Just to slow down the damage just a teens. That's a good dungeon. Got our butt handed to us once or twice, but you know, that's the way of the road.